Okay, so today you're going to fill out your very first tutorial request form if you are in 7th grade. If you are in 8th grade, the TRF form has actually changed a little bit. So when you open up this document, you're going to want to save a copy of this, rename it Jack and Jill, and then you're going to start to fill it out. So you're going to put your name. All right, so I'll put my name, your avid teacher, the date, whatever the date is, 9/21/2020. Your avid period, let's say we have 2nd. Your avid tutor, you don't have an avid tutor yet, but when we do start doing tutorials, you'll put the name of your tutor there, and then whatever subject you're doing this on. So for us today, our subject is going to be, let's pretend like it was ELA. Okay. But it would be whatever subject your confusion is on. So this piece is where we're going to do all the grading at the end. And this is how we're going to kind of give you the feedback on the tutorial process. And then you're going to write your topic or essential question from your academic class. So this comes directly from whatever you were doing in class, or from your focus notes that you took in class, or from an assignment that they gave, a quiz that you took, whatever. So today, since we're doing this one together, here is your topic and essential question. Pause the video so you can write that down. And it says, Jack and Jill are found dead on the floor of their studio apartment. Dun, dun, dun. They are surrounded by broken glass and a puddle of water. There is no blood. The door is dead bolted from the inside and all windows are locked and intact. The family dog was sleeping in his open kennel at the time of the discovery. How did they die? So this is your essential question with a riddle, right? So what you're going to want to do is look through this and say, okay, what is my question? What is my question about this, right? The ultimate question is, how did they die? We're not sure. Your source is coming from Mrs. Moylan's video. This is where your source is coming from, okay? It might be from, like I said, a quiz, an assignment, notes that you took in class, whatever. Some key academic vocabulary. So if we go back through this, we look and say, okay, what's like a vocabulary word we could take out of this? So what about studio apartment? That might not be a word that you know. So studio apartment. And you could pause the video and go look that up. Oh. And if it's like for your academic class, you'd want to, again, get that information from your notes that you took in class, or if your teacher gave you a video or whatever. So a studio apartment, I want you to go look that up and come up with a definition and add that to it. And then another word that you might not know is maybe dead-bolted or kennel or intact. So pick another word that you're not sure of the definition and write that down and then go look up the definition, okay? What do I know about my question? So I know that there is no blood. That's one thing I know, right? Let me go back to the question. Jack and Jill are dead. I know that. They are on the floor. They are surrounded by broken glass. That seems like an important thing to know. They are surrounded by broken glass. Okay, so just pick 2 things that you know for sure about this. And then you're going to use these symbols in the critical thinking box and on the board. So on the board, that means during your tutorial, to identify the following: your aha moments, your point of confusion, your need to research, and your I'm confident about. You're going to show your thinking about your initial question and identify your point of confusion, okay? So this is where your thinking comes in. So I don't want to tell you what to put because I want it to be your thinking. You can draw pictures. You can write like a flow map or a bubble map or something else to sort of show what your thinking is about this and figure out what part of this riddle is confusing to you. Then I want you to list the general steps that you took leading up to your point of confusion. Okay, so maybe you drew a picture of the scene of the crime. Maybe you went through and highlighted some information or underlined some information, and that was one of your steps. I don't know what your steps are going to be, so I don't want to tell you what they're going to be. Okay, but that's where you're going to fill in your thinking about and identify your point of confusion, and then list the general steps that you took to get there. And then your tutorial question will be an authentic question about your point of confusion that is different from your initial question. So after you've processed all the information, then you come up with your point of confusion. So you can say, my point of confusion is where the broken glass is coming from, or whatever your point of confusion is. Okay? And that is all you are going to do today. Is you are going to complete your TRF using this Jack and Jill riddle, and we're going to go through the tutorial process to find out the answer.